draft to one of them I did earlier, and I will link it in the, I'll link it at the end of the video. But it was such a thick piece that I didn't have the ability to put it in enough of a, so this was the off cut of it. It's got a lot of great spalting in it. I believe I did a blue with that one. This one I think I'm going to try to do a black, maybe with some ghost red incorporated in the black, just for something different, see how that turns out. Yeah, so let us, I'm going to put her in this bucket. And I've already mixed up some, my black, kind of letting it rest for a moment until I can, you know, pour it in there. Hopefully I have enough. We will see. All right, let me get some ghost reed. This is called satin, ghost satin red. I don't know that it's really going to change the color of it, but it will hopefully just make something different. I'll put the rest of what was in this package in there. Wait. I'm a little concerned that this is not going to be enough. I may have to do a second pour on this one because I am actually out of my epoxy, and I didn't realize it until I started mixing this. So I've got to go ahead and use it. So that's where we're at. Oh, let me pull it over here where you guys could see. We'll see you guys after I get it out of the pressure pot. Alright, let's get her talked about. We are mounted between centers, and of course it's going to be some sort of bowl. I don't know if I'm going to make it more rounded. I've done some that's more just on the side. Just depends. Whenever I take some of this epoxy down and see what I'm going to look at, then I'll decide the shape and decide which is going to be top and which is going to be bottom. I would get a better yield if I left this as a rim, but if I'm not super level, I can't go with that. So we'll see where I'm at. I'm just going to focus on taking some of this outside epoxy off. Let's get masked up and get going. Unfortunately, I do have some black epoxy staining, which I kind of figured would be an issue, a potential issue. I think I still need to get a little more off here. And then try to leave this. I think this is going to be the bottom and this is going to be the top. So I'm going to kind of clear this away, see what this looks like and what I'm going to do. And then I'll figure out, because I'm just not sure how far in this void went. I don't remember, but yeah, let's get back to turning. Some sanding sealer on her real quick. Oh. And then we'll start working on the middle. That way, if I do have to put some CA glue in it at some point, that's the one that's going to be, yeah, maybe I can sand some of that out. We'll see. Beauty Miss Wood. Not so beauty this part, but that's just how this cookie's gonna crumble. Right there, that's a little bit difficult for me. It's wanting to be a little bit difficult. The rest of it's not too bad. Maybe. What am I going to do with you? We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do with you. Let that dry for just a minute or two. I don't see no difference in the color. Well, there is a little bit of red ghosting going on in there. Maybe it'll pop out whenever maybe. Let's see where we're at with you. I think I'm just getting too much tear out there. So I think we're going to have to go to sanding. Alright, let's do some wet sanding. I'm going to start out at 320 because that's where I left off on my dry sanding. And we will go up to probably 5,000. I may stop at 2,000. We'll see how she looks. Wet sanding. Now let's move on to putting some miling sanding sealer on it, and then we'll move on to our Yorkshire grits. We'll start out with the original and go with the microfine. Give her a little spin up. See if we can get it evenly layered. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's take a look at her. See what we think. Alright. Let's Let's work on turning her around and getting her bottom off. Got her off the lathe, got her bottom off without too much trouble. She is, I believe, a Maple Burl. The hopefully you guys can see this. There, you know, the grain is beautiful on this burl. Let me bring it a little closer, see if you guys can. My camera is so dusty. I'm hoping it picks up the beautiful wood grain and the way it kind of just shimmers on its own. I mean, I know some of the stuff I put on it helps to bring that out, but it has like the chatoyance in here. This is all epoxy staining, so really the only epoxy I have left on the bowl is this piece right here, and then the rim. And I think there was one more. There was kind of maybe a void right in there. There's a little bit of epoxy, and I can just tell that by the way it shines. And then there's a little strip of epoxy in that. As far as the ghost red, I can see it. I don't know if it's translated well, and I'll put it in the other camera to see if maybe the way the lights catch it. There's just a little hint of a red shimmer kind of running around in it. You even see it on the rim. It's one of those things that doesn't like jump out at you, but it's there. So it's kind of a shallow dish, is what I would call it, or a bowl. I didn't have too much trouble. I did have some problem with some tear out. There's a few little spots down in here I'm not completely happy with, and I worked and worked and sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded to try to get those out. It's just the kind of the nature of this kind of wood that's burl, and it just had some spots in it that wanted to be difficult. And yeah, we'll have some beauty shots at the end, and hopefully they'll show off the ghost red that I put in with the black. I knew black was going to be a challenge, but I did want to see what black was going to look like with this wood. I did a blue one several months back, and I'll link that at the end of the video or somewhere throughout. So you guys can take a look at how that one turned out compared to this one, and let me know which one you like better. But yeah, so you know what? Thanks for watching. I want to thank all my subscribers and my future subscribers. It's free to subscribe. Just lets YouTube know that you like watching me and you want to know whenever I put out another video. Yeah, so go ahead and subscribe. Also share my video, you know, with your friends, family, or anybody you think might be interested. Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't, that's okay. Anyway, I want to thank you again for watching, and you guys take care, and see you on the flip side. Let's see, does it show up in there? I don't think so. I don't think you really see it. Make it tall.